We are back with another quick book discussion, and you'd think we'd be talking about the second book in the Valiant series, but we're not. We're talking about A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I really loved this book in high school, but since then I have heard very mixed opinions about it, just two opposite ends of the spectrum. So I wanted to reread it so I could know if I liked it or if I was just in high school and just had high school opinions. And guys, I'm happy to report I liked the book. I found Favorite to be the best part of the book, or at least my favorite part. I thought she was a very enjoyable person whose head to be in. Like, she was a very enjoyable narrator. I liked how realistic her thinking and her thought patterns were based off her past trauma. There was never a moment in the book where I didn't feel like her thought process wasn't logical based off her past. And I just really enjoy that in a narrator. I enjoyed watching her grow from the person who felt like she had to be the provider and protector to allowing herself to be taken care of in turn. And in that sense, psychologically, I think that at this point in her life, Tamlin was a good choice for her, just for her to be able to kind of see somebody care for her in that sense, despite overall Tamlin not being the healthiest choice. And honestly, outside of all of the essay non-consensual stuff that kind of is talked about a lot surrounding this book, I kind of liked rereading it in the sense that you really do see, just with the way Tamlin communicates and stuff like that, how unhealthy the relationship is. And it's kind of cool to see her perspective flip as she starts to see Tamlin for like who he really is. Because you have to remember, everything that we see is from Feyre's perspective. So she's very like rose tinted glasses looking at him. And I think it's a really good setup for what happens. It doesn't feel like it comes out of left field like it felt to me the first time I read the series. I love Lucian. He's my favorite character in the book, and I really loved Rhysand, especially reading it the second time, knowing his true character and how effectively he put himself into the role of the antagonist and being able to like separate his morals from what he has to do in order to save his family and protect them. I am really sad that Lucian got pushed to the back burner later on in the series, but Rhysand gets to be the star of the show, so, you know, my boys. I thought the pacing overall of the story was well done, the imagery was very vivid, and the entire sequence of Under the Mountain and Amarantha, that last, like, quarter of the book, had me on the edge of my seat. I also remember not liking Nesta in the first book as much as I did this time around, but she's a lot more fleshed out than I remember her being, and I really do enjoy her and Favor's relationship in the first book. I would go a bit more in depth, but this is a short, so Akotar, I give you an 8 out of 10, a solid start to the series.